Hey chat, how's it going? Can you let me know how the audio is? Can you hear me okay? For those in chat, we'll get started in a sec. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are doing a live one on YouTube. We are going to start off with some standard action and then try to find some new brews in Historic ahead of the metagame challenge. This was a list that we're going to start off with, built around Knight Errant of Eos. And it is an updated soldiers list that was putting up some results on Untapped GG, and it had a few placings in the top 32 of the MTGO challenge. We covered that in the meta game breakdown that'll be coming out tomorrow. And this is a best of 3 standard deck. It is a flash oriented version of soldiers. So there's a lot of greedy decks. So we can get like a threat, kind of like a Delver style strategy, 1 to 2 little threats, and then play that like tap out on your opponent's turn. So we have Make Disappears, we have Spell Pierce for disruption, we have Flash creatures and Resolute Reinforcements to make bodies if they don't play into stuff. We have Zephyr Sentinel that can rebuy our creatures. And then we're playing the traditional soldiers package like Yodian Frontliner, Recruitment Officer, Squirrel for Protection, Harbin, the Lord Effect, and Valiant Veteran. And then we have Knight Errant of Eos. We have a lot of cheap creatures in this deck, so we can convoke to get some card advantage in the deck as well, kind of as a top end. So notably no 3-drops in this deck. So I want to see how this plays out, given that there's a lot of Ramp, Rakdos, Grixis style strategies going around. A notable inclusion in the mana base as well is a copy of the Myrex to make creature tokens. Because you're on less overall creatures, fewer copies of Secluded Courtyard to accommodate the larger number of spells in the deck. The sideboard is kind of tweaked from, so we got Destroy Evils for big things and Enchantment Rotate. Lantern Flare is kind of your removal spell. Copy of Disdainful Stroke and Protect the Negotiators is more counters in the side. Denick for both some graveyard targeting as well life gain against like the mono red decks. We have Surge of Salvation as our protection spell for black and red spells. And then we have Toskia's Welcome. So this comes in against any of the really heavy removal based decks. We can trigger this on both turns thanks to the flash creatures. And then that gives us some value in terms of drawing cards. So I want to try out this over something like Wedding Announcement to see how that plays out. So we'll give this a couple of games, see how it plays out in the standard ladder. And then we'll jump into some historic action, as I still want to find some decks for the metagame challenge. So let's go standard, best of 3, flashy soldiers, and see how it plays out. So we're doing this live on YouTube today. We'll try to do these like once every week or so when I can get an extended period, but great way to kind of connect with the community. So in the future, just kind of stay tuned. You can always find out when I go live, either Twitter, my Discord, anything like that. So, playing first is a good start. Yeah, hand looks decent. It is a little bit more of an aggressive deck. We would like another threat, potentially. Hopefully something flash-oriented would be nice. Opponent's deep in the tank. Are we getting a second mulligan? There's really good mana in this deck, which is nice. So let's just do this. I can counter, and then convoke. Do I care? I mean, if they just want to draw cards, I'd rather hit their threats right now, so I think that's fine. We would like another threat, ideally. It's a pretty good start. It means that they're missing lands. Our deck has given us nothing but lands. So here what we can do is, depending what they play out, I have an opportunity to counter. I can also draw cards here. So, kind of sucks there. But I could just channel this. Which might not be too bad, because it kind of stops them for the turn. Doesn't allow them to crew the Bankbuster either. We've literally drawn nothing but lands this game. So it's not the best here. We kind of expose ourselves to a removal spell. Okay, Valiant's nice here. Let's go Soldier. So this is a little bit of the contention point that I have with this card, and I think we board this out for Toskia. We want to continue putting pressure on our opponent, which this line doesn't quite let us do. Might opt to... Okay, I think we let that resolve. Spell Pierce isn't bad. Why is it... Why did it do that? Oh my god. It's 5 mana. Why didn't it let me tap? Oh, because it's a soul. Oh my god. That was dumb. That was dumb. Wow, they're Grixis. Okay, so this is a knight, not a soldier, so we need to be mindful of that. Let's go... I think we just do this. I can reset for next turn. If they have Brotherhood's End, they get me. The good thing here is they use blue mana from the treasure already. Could have a removal spell. Might have been wrong letting this Bankbuster resolve on turn 2. We've kind of been playing from, like, these have just been sitting in hand. Okay, so they let that die. We do have access to the Beachhead here. So land would be really good here. Should have been more specific. We did put 2 Harbins to the bottom. I don't know. I keep trying this Ranger, and I've just been like really whelmed by it. I might not show them the Make Disappear here. They do just have a lot of removal left in the deck. I think we go to sideboard. I'm not going to get through Bankbuster. The downside with this version of the deck is you don't have kind of powerful top end, so you do have to end up getting a little bit more aggressive. So we probably played it wrong from a tempo perspective. Interesting. So are they gonna crew here? With Spell Peer? Okay, let's go to sideboard. Very strange decision there. Okay, so Toskia, Surge in, Knight Errant out. We got a lot of counter spells, but I think we get rid of the Spell Pierce. And then I do want some answers, so maybe like that. They're going to likely bring in sweepers. Maybe trim the Skrelv for another Denic. I think on the play we play Skrelv. On the draw we'll take it out. We'll see how this one goes. I'm already kind of not super loving it. Like, you get these really bad hands with just like terrible creatures. Because you don't have the same density of creature effects. So you have these counters, but they're not necessarily the best. You gotta be mindful of Brotherhood's End here. Probably should have held that in hand. Cut down. I'm not having fun with Standard. They need to ban something. Like even these style effects. We're going to switch it up. I want to play Historic. These games are literally the exact same game over and over in Standard, and it's not fun or interesting to play them out. But I want to try out some different strategies. Okay. Hey, Timrance. So I have it for Historic. We can play it for Historic. I got Mythic with it. I went 23-6 with it in Best of One, but I built it for Explore, or for Historic. So we can give this one a go. I'm just going to queue it up for YouTube, for the recording. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be trying out a brew in Historic ahead of the Metagame Challenge. While I did post a video for a bunch of the stock meta lists, great ideas to bring to the challenge, I want to try out some new strategies, playing around some new cards, just things I enjoy playing. So we are doing this live on YouTube today. We are brewing, seeing how they play out in the Mythic ladder. So this is a port of the Alchemy deck that I got Mythic with this month. It is a Rakdos Anvil list that is playing the new Omnixless, the Captive Kingpin. With Onical Anvil, you're able to ping every turn and then get the ability of Omnixless to draw you more cards. You also have ways with like blood tokens to do this, as well as like Voldaren Epiture. We are playing the Retrofitter Foundry Ornithopter package. We got some Deadly Disputes for card advantage, Yotai kind of removal mixed into there as well. You have Mutavault, which can also act as a Thopter as well. I'm really liking Retrofitter decks, so I'm trying a bunch of different shells. So our sideboard, we got Thoughtseizes for hand hate, Xander's Wake. When they do a lot of removal, we can just keep getting more creatures that come out. Also with the Anvil, every turn you get another creature in your hand. Omnixless Planeswalker for the control matchups. Graveyard Hate in Tormod's Crypt and Unlicensed Hearse, single use and then multiple use. Rending Volley, go for the throw to Braid, just various removal spells, and then buy Force for the Artifact Mirror decks. So, we'll give this a shot. We tried playing some Standard. It was not fun. So, let's play some Historic, where there's at least diversity. There's busted cards in here, but there's different things you can do. I'm tired of playing Rakdos against like the same 4 cards in Standard. I'm very much looking forward to a eventual ban. So I played this version in Alchemy. I really liked it. It had a lot of like different lines of play, which I usually like in a deck, like thought-provoking. So combo online. We keep. So turn 1, 4/4. The nice thing is this can make a artifact that then, if you run out of artifacts, triggers the Anvil. So you always play this first, and then you play that. End step, I make a 4/4. I could set up the research desk. I might end up just... I should have actually... Okay. Opponent concedes. In the dark without knowing what we're playing against, I'm probably just going to hedge and play some Ob Nixilis. I expect them to bring in more removal, so maybe we do this. So powerful, turn 1, opponent concedes. Yeah, Mad Scientist, if you check out my... One sec, I'll paste... The untapped link's gonna be too long for the YouTube chat, but I'll paste it. It was playing it in best of 1, but you can easily add a sideboard. Kill spells, discard, resistant stuff. Okay, well, combo. This is Rakdos Anvil Ob. So it looks like mono red. Cool. I probably should have held this because now they have a chance to kill it. Got Brushstroke for next turn. Should probably just be GG. Timorous, I have not tried Cat Oven. There's like good explorer lists with it. I just don't enjoy playing it. So I'm not going to. So trigger Revolt. Kill Ferocidon. So now we got Blood Artist. I can ditch these lands and then just kind of kill them this way here. And the nice thing too now is I can just make tokens every turn. We're gonna get Upkeep Rope. This looks like an Upkeep Rope. So salty. So don't be like opponent. Opponent didn't get kissed enough as a child. Sometimes you just move on. They also had the advantage of knowing what we were playing against while we didn't. So that also kind of plays nicely. We're going to probably get roped through every stage. Hey, Wild Nerd, how's yours built? What's, is yours just more sack oriented or? Alright. Do we even get like percentage points? Okay, we do. I don't really care about rank so much. I just want to play in like the Mythic rank. Just, it's usually a little bit more competitive to some extent. Alright, Diamond Andy. We're gonna mulligan this. Okay, we'll keep this. We go first. I think we're putting this back. Bro, thank you for the sub. Deadly Dispute, Goblin Engineer. Goblin Engineers. Avink, I actually don't have many of the Elves cards. I've never actually played Elves, but we can see how Elves does in this matchup. Alright, we're gonna just kill their Lord, play Ornithopter. Alright, so this is a matchup where we want all the kill spells, Abrades. Rending Volley is not what we want. What do we want to cut? Probably the Research Desk. Honestly, it's probably just the Research Desk. Or maybe... let's cut those, and... I think I want a Xander's Wake. Well, if this is any... oh, our opponent's just straight up conceding. Alright. Okay, so nobody wants to play this deck. We are just too good. The one thing is we might want to add in... like, do we want like a Noxious Grasp style card? Because Noxious Grasp can also deal with like Teferi or... kind of like Xander's. We have to go for the Throat as catch-all. We have a Braid as catch-all. That's cheap. Do we want it instead of Xander's? Maybe try... By Force is very powerful. We do have a Braid that we could bring in. I do like having the Graveyard Hates. So it's either like a Thoughtseize. So maybe let's just try Noxious. Alright. 2-0. Opponents are conceding left, right, and center. They can't beat the turn 1 combo. Yeah, the roping folks, like, it doesn't really bother me because, like, I'm here to play Magic, so whatever. Keep combo on 2. Yeah, well, nerd, just remind me after this round. Like, drop the link, and then after this match, I'll pull it up on the screen, and we can take a look and compare it. Like I said, this is my first draft. I literally put this together. So... I think we just do this turn. Because if they put a 2 power, so they do get to draw 2 here. Are any of you folks going to be trying out the metagame challenge next weekend? They have trample anyways, but... So I can kill them, but I think... like, this is just closer to lethal. Just remember though, the challenge is best of 3. So you will need a sideboard for it. So I guess indirectly we test out the sideboards together. So like they're kind of stuck now where they need to attack. I can also animate any of my blood tokens, which works nice. So there's a lot of like nice synergy with this deck. So we'll bring in the Rending Volley. The Rending Volleys aren't like do-all, like be-all, end-all. But I think they're still fine. GG. Bye, friend. Alright, so... I do want Hearse. I want Crip. I want these. I want these. I want this. Do I want Xanders? Maybe. The Epicures can probably come out in this matchup. They're a little slow. I think we're getting rid of Dispute. Trimmer Research. I don't think we want Xanders. So I'm going to try to win off the combo. And then if not, I have the backup plan here. I have the Anvil as well. So I think that's how we approach it. It's always fun to do 1 or 2. Which version of Blue White are you doing? The Lotus Fields? I think we keep this. I have the Abrade for the first one. I would love a black source here so I can get Brushstroke going. Okay, so they're probably digging for a land. Okay, so we did get Retrofitter, which will be nice for the following turn. I'm doing this now just because it shuts off their ability to play something like Wizard's Lightning. I already have their graveyard taken care of, so I'm less worried about that. Okay, Crucius is good. Oh no! I literally play 2 colorless lands. Just make a 4/4 here. Alright, so it's whose deck can hit their stuff first. It's a battle of just awkward mana bases. We got Swift Spear here. Notably not a wizard, and I can chump this for days. Give me a land. Alright. We'll just make a 1/1 here. They're on like a weird build here. Cool. You gonna attack in? Friend, info's face up. Yeah. Okay, so it's I know the version you're playing. So if we do this, I guess we're dead this way to Delver flip. Whereas this way I could have forced them. That was probably the wrong line. Yeah, I'm dead. I should have done this. We were dead anyways. But no, they would have had to block the other way there. So it's worth noting that. So they're less on the grave plan. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have shocked there. I put myself to dead when I could have just played the Anvil. We go first. I think we do this. Yotai on 2 gives me a blocker. I have a Braid backup. Yeah, I think most of the lists are swapping out of Aether Gust in lieu of that card there. This is pretty good, because depending what they do, I can blow up one of their creatures and then have the Abrade. Ideally, we hit a land here. Perfect. Okay, so I have two options here. I have Crucius, or I have this. I think I have to... just deal with this turn. Also, like our drawing of mana this game has just been awful. We'll get Blood Artist, I think, next turn, but we drew the two colorless last game when we just needed another colored source. This game I have two Pain Lines against an aggressive deck. A big thing I think in this matchup is keeping... Opponent wants to be very cocky. They could have double burn. If they do, I can't do anything about it, but... that's kind of unfortunate. I punted that last game. I shouldn't have lost it, but... if I can untap, we might be able to stabilize. I've taken like 4 damage from my lands. Turns out that the crypts weren't the line. Okay. Good sign. The land's actually really good for me here. Because then I can Crucius. Cool. Again, friend. Reckless charge. They love saying good game. So we'll kill this. Block here. We go to 2. We do have access to charge. I think we get rid of that. Need to do lesser here. I guess I still have access to Mutavault as a blocker. Okay. There's still a chance. They had to draw that. Just didn't need the flyer. I punted game 2. I punted game 2. That sucks. I should have won that. We needed like one turn, even if they just draw spells. I had to play like too many pain lines there. Because they go all in, I block with the Mutavault there. Oh. Can you post it again, Wild Nerds? It might have been screened by YouTube since it was a link. If not, just drop it in a comment on any of my videos and I'll pull it up that way. Okay, we'll keep this. Alright, we got a Boros. Main board of Braid. Yeah, it's getting blocked. I don't want to expose the Crucius yet. We'll get them to tap out, and then I'll Crucius. Like this, I can cycle this Fatal Push. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna need a blood. Or, the Traxa. Need to try to kill them. I played that wrong. I forgot the blood was in a treasure. So I have 3 bloods. If they could reanimate a Traxa, then it's bad. Fine. Perfect. I'll pull it up. So I actually think we just need to try to find a way to kill a creature. Got it! Got it! Alright. So this is definitely a graveyard matchup. Noxious Grasp, go for the throat. Probably gonna take out the Deadly Disputes. Probably want the Xander's Wake. I actually don't want Obnixis in this matchup because the discard's pretty bad for me. Yotai can probably come out. It's pretty slow. Do I want the Thoughtseize? Probably. So the things with Fatal Push, it's a little awkward because they have things I want to Fatal Push, but not necessarily. We haven't seen Ob in a single game. Let's trim on those. Trim on an Ob. Trim on Voldaren. Let me pull it up. Gotta mulligan this. Did I not hit mulligan? Oh my god. Ooh, Kolikin's Command's a card I didn't think of. I want to find a red source here. Foundry Ornithopter. Does that pop up on screen? Deadly Dispute, Onicall, Goblet Engineer. Looks pretty sweet. Much lower to the ground. I think you said you're on Luris? Yeah. I meant to mulligan that hand. I don't know what happened. So, could just go red source here. But I think I want to go brush stroke. Play out a single Ornithopter here. They could have Fatal Push. The reason being is because when I go Anvil next turn, I can at least drain them. Grizzlebrand, okay. They missing lands? I think our sideboards could be fairly similar. Obviously, you don't get access to Obnixis, but hand discard, go blank, stuff of that nature. I think we just take it this turn. Decide what I want to do next turn. Okay, so I do need to find the hidden burial rites. We're just dead. I don't... That was very awkward. So I do think we want the pushes. I actually think Xander's Wake is not where we want to be. It's going to be too slow. Omnixus is also probably not where we want to be. Just have access to that. I should have brought in the Abrades. There's probably enough threats there. It's an iffy hand. No graveyard hate, but see what we can do. Okay, it's actually very good. So next turn I do everything. So they could have Fragment Reality here. They brought in Thoughtseize versus me. So I think we do this. It gets it going, the engine. And like here, even if they kill my Mishra, like whatever they're killing, I'm getting some value off it. Because I have Ani Cult to protect. But we might just... We never found our graveyard hate. And I just haven't had an answer to Crucius any game, and that's how you lose. Jays! Not good. Priest of the Fellrights. A braid. So it's probably the priest. I know they can get it back, but I need to play it like this. The fact they're mainboarding a braid's pretty gross. So they're gonna discard the Atraxa. So I need this Mishra's to find me one of my 2 graveyard hate pieces or a piece of removal. But even the removal is not the best there. Let's see what we got. Our hands, like, I don't know in this matchup, do we aggressively just try to go for graveyard hate? It doesn't even matter. So they get Atraxa, all lands. We're basically just trying to draw into our removal spell. If we can hit that, we're okay. What do we have? Noxious Grasp, go for the throat. The problem is they likely also find a piece of removal here. They find rights, Blood Tithe. Blood Tithe also just gives them a blocker. This one's been a little frustrating. Come on, removal spell. We haven't found any hate pieces like in any games. So, Sanguine. Okay. I mean, it's not the absolute best line in the world, but it's not quite lethal. I think we're just a little off, like 1 or 2 life. We're 2 off. They gain 7. The problem is with this, it also has Vigilance. That gets them back to 9. Come on. Another Sanguine would be good. My only concern with going Gardens is it's another colorless land, and if you're on Thopters, you're better off with Mutavault since it can be a Thopter. Okay. Crucius doesn't quite do it. The problem is they're gaining too much life now. Yeah, but that's contingent on you having the Ornithopter. This is frustrating. 2 life off, and then Atrax is just stonewalling me. Jeez. This is frustrating. We needed like one action piece. So they're gaining 14. It's just like... I hate Atraxa. Such a dumb card. Like, why does it need to have so much text? Because now they could just keep drawing 7. So that was kind of our out, unfortunately. We have Blood Artist here. But no, they're just gonna... Yeah, we're dead here. They're just overloading me. So we lost that close one to Wizards, which was me a punt. This one, they... I think the sideboard... honestly is just gotta be... like... get rid of this. Get rid of this. Trim and a braid. Or keep on a braid. No, I don't think you want that. There's not enough... because, like, if you don't have Ob, it doesn't do anything. And on its own, it's just not doing enough. We don't really put counters on things. Probably want another copy of Go for the Throat. Or probably just... yeah, go for... and then probably just another... probably just play Soul Guides. Let's play one more with this. I'm a little frustrated just how that turned out. I think... actually, you know what? We've been cutting Deadly Disputes every game, and the blood tokens play really well. Let's tweak it up a bit more. Vampire, what are you? Blood Tithe Harvester. Let's try that. Might have been right keeping Aubin in that matchup. Hard to tell for sure, but the problem is like we just weren't going to get through Atraxa without drawing a removal spell. I think we do this. Oni Cult, the Ornithopter, then have Axis. I also have Fatal Push if needed. Okay, there's some sort of domain deck, which isn't great. This deck, like, if there's a lot of Atraxa decks, then we're probably not good enough. I wanted Sanguine. Brotherhood's End is really nasty against me here. Doesn't look like they have it, which is nice. Kinda don't want to play into open mana. This might be the blue-white control deck. That's using Leyline Binding. Oracle the Alpha. So do this. Enable Revolt. Because even here, depending on what they have, I can tap stuff. Like we're piecing together with relatively low, like, super quality of cards. See what they target here. I mean, we will do it. It is another point to damage. So I'm just going to pass the turn here. This could be the Niv deck. Probably not, because they're on Oracle here. So I'm going to make a token on end step. Black Lotus. In for Black Lotus Atraxa. Because that's how the day's gone. Black Lotus Atraxa. Okay, not Atraxa. Good start. So this is definitely a Thoughtseize Obnixis matchup. Actually, yeah, that's kind of cool. So I think we do this. Just make another body. So the plan there was to attack for 5. Try to get them that way there. Because they didn't see that we had this Voldaren Aperture in hand. Okay. We're not in a terrible... Like, they're at 4 life. Even if they have another Verdict here, I can sweep... And, like, they did use a premium removal spell. They could have done that. Like, to bait out the token. So... I can force the issue, make a token. Yeah. We did find Ob, but Ob's not great here. I basically want to protect this. Because there's going to come a point where they don't have instant speed removal. That's annoying. At this point, I'm just going to run out my threats. We're kind of flooding, so we got to do what we do. Come on! Oh my god, this is so dumb!
I have practiced against men. Keep an open mind.
They've hit 3 Leyline Bindings, and they've put into their deck a whole bunch of extra cards. I've hit almost as many lands as the... 4 Leyline Bindings! Jesus Christ. Thoughtseize, Omnixless, Rending Volley, Yotai's slow. Probably still want the Research Desk. Probably still want the Blood Tithe. Fatal Push could come out. And a Aperture. That's just, like, stupid annoying. They're finding their snaps, they're finding everything. And then we don't really have answers to leyline binding. Jesus. We really needed to take game one. They're going to have a lot more removal post-board. They're really good at always finding this binding. We're going to get rid of volley here. I need to find some freaking lands. Like last game, all lands. This game, we're probably a level too low in terms of power level for this format with this deck. They could have another binding. They could have a braid. Brotherhood's End is pretty bad. Sword of the Meek's not on Arena, is it? Interesting that they opted to go for the charm there. So I can Epiture or I can Ob. I mean, that's another point of damage. I actually don't think we can win with Ob in this matchup anyways, so we just gotta kind of grind them out. Because I can do this, that's like 3 damage on its own. Like, what the hell is this card? Like, it's actually nonsense in terms... Like, come on. How is it that every last card is exactly what they need? Because now if I don't attack... then they just always hold up this Helix. So I think we do this. I gotta try to bait out the Helix. They're just gonna do that. Well, well, well. So depending on how they block here, it could be interesting. I know they have 3 life. Brothers War Retro Frame? Ah. So if they kill my Mutavault, they actually die. I don't understand why they tapped out here. So they kill Blood Artist. Oh, come on! Stop with the top decks! Holy hell. So they could gain a bunch of life, which would also be troublesome. I mean, if they don't Heliod's here, then Ob could pop off. Feels like an end step or upkeep. The thing is, if they blow up my blood, it triggers my Sanguine as well. This is 2 times X life. They're digging. They are digging. Honestly think the line was probably just gain a bunch of life. Yeah, there's a lot of like fun things you can do in this format. Okay, so I do want Graveyard Hate. We do want the Graveyard Hate. They're on Archmage Charm, so do we get off the combo? These are kind of weak. Think... Like, I don't want to dilute too much. Like, Yotai's fine. It's probably just a Braid. They have like Snapcasters, a couple miscellaneous. We'll play a single Braid. It gets all their creatures. Which is probably fine. We have the Rending Volleys. I think that's fine. They got greedy there. They could have just Heliod's Intervention, gained like 10 life. They just needed like a turn or two. I should have played this out different. I'm gonna try and make a token and sack it to Ob. Haven't played too much of those Urza ones. I want to see the new Karn if it works in like an artifact theme deck. I mean, if they're gonna go Helix here, it's probably fine for me. I do want 2 Obs, so... It's probably just this. Our mana base was a little awkward. They did use a Helix on like a random token. So unless they're like stream sniping to know to hit that. Okay, they might be missing a land. So I think we just keep plussing here. And we'll just pass the turn. So I can Mutavault with the Retrofitter on end step, which I'll probably do. That line's interesting. Let's see what they take off with Leyline.
My empire crumbles.
So I'm gonna do the plus first. So I want him to not know what I have.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Now we just get Drainsies going. I have multiple creature lands. Think it's coming together. You got a Mox. Snap Helix.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
I actually don't care about that. Because, like, if they Supreme Verdict, like, cool. So, this is the cool part. You activate it. Then you sacrifice it. It's usually just Karn Great Creator, find stuff in the sideboard. That's how I would build it. All the modern Urzatron decks use Karn. They're deciding. How good is that card? How good is this card? You just have to watch out because there's like a Braid, there's Shatterstorm. Are we getting another Roper? Like you literally hit how many Saiba Siphoners in a row? But now we're gonna rope? Bye, Fran. Alright. So we went 3 and 3 with that one. Should have been 4 and 2. Not bad. Like, there's a lot of synergy there, which I like. Alright, so we got the other deck here. Let me just queue this one up. Alright. Get that going. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are trying out various decks in Historic. We're trying to find decks for the metagame challenge, trying out a bunch of new cards, and a deck that's been picking up popularity in Pioneer is the Boros Convoke deck. So it's using cards like Gleeful Demolition with like the Blood tokens or the Clue tokens from Thraben Inspector, and then you kind of cheat into play Knight Errant of Eos. They have Reckless Bushwhacker, which gives everything haste, and they play like Burning Tree, so a little bit lower, like aggro-y. What I wanted to try out was pair that with a Retrofitter Foundry package, and then so you have this, the Ornithopters, the Yotais, then you have Esper Sentinel for tax, Legion's Landing as well in there, and then we have Pila Nalar, where when we cast spells from exile, we get Thopters, which then feed the Retrofitter, and then playing Showdown of the Skulls. So this is a way we can get a bunch more card advantage, cast a bunch of stuff, and then allows us to get more Thopters that get haste, and it all kind of combos out. We also have access to the Mutavault, which we can use with the Retrofitter Foundry. The sideboard, Tormod's Crypt for Graveyard Hate, along with a Rest in Peace, Fragment Reality for Catch-All removal, Invasion of Gobakan for just kind of like tax style effects. Very good against like sweepers. We got the Rennie, we got a Braid, we got Fragment. I think I want another Graveyard Hate piece, and I think I want another Invasion. So we're gonna just take out the Wedding Announcements. Invasion was very good when I was playing a similar list the other day. So we're gonna play the full set of Invasions here. We're going to play 2 Rest in Peace. I think we'll keep the Crypts. Actually, you know what? Let's play Soul Guide because it is an artifact. And then I don't want that, but Soul Partition maybe? Soul Partition, because we can tax our opponent's stuff while also letting us recast our stuff, and protecting our stuff could be an interesting line. I needed something for Atraxa for big stuff, where we don't have like a traditional removal spell. I could do, what's it called? The 2 mana Faithful Absence. Historic, best of 3. So let's see how Convoke plays out. We are trying to do something crazy in this format, which is not play Crucius, but sometimes you just gotta live life. The Maze's End deck's good when it's a lot of like control, but when there's not, it's a little iffy. Keep. I see Narset Sleeves. I keep Esper Sentinel on 1. So I think we Yotai on 2 because then I can Knight Errant. I'm hanging on to this because it's a free cast. So we're going to kind of go off in a manner. They could have like make disappear, but I think it's fine. This could just be Magma Opus. So the cool thing is I can animate this clue next turn and hit him for 4. Oh, I love it! I would love 2 Esper Sentinels. Bye, friend! This is Gobakan matchup. I don't know what like top end they're on, so I don't want to dilute too much. I would anticipate there's going to be quite a number of sweepers. So I think just like Yotai out. This is kind of the slowest of my cards, and I'm bringing in a 2-drop, so I want to kind of keep it at that. We'll see. I don't know if they're like the aggressive version. Like Lightning Strike is not a card you usually see in a control deck. But we shall see. The big thing is we got the first game. Okay. My dog is literally underneath my feet. What is wrong, puppy? So, Oni boy, let's see what we got going. This hand's garbage. 5 lands is not where we want to be. Opponent's also on a mall, so... we're gonna maul. I actually think we're gonna put Knight. Oh no, Knight Errant's really good here. Let's put that back. Because I can actually convoke on 2. Okay, so Gleeful Demolition. Also, I love how we drew 4 Inspiring Vantages. So I want to see what they have here. Okay, so they have Make Disappear. The reason being is I wanted to flip Gobakan if they had a sweeper. They're a white source away from Supreme Verdict. So they block here. I think we're good. I think we are good. Sorry, I'm trying to get something to work with the Instagram, but doesn't want to cooperate. Cool. So we'll hold this back for next turn, because then I can just get Ornithopter. They need a sweeper here. If they had like Brotherhood's End, it's really bad, but they're still dead here. It might have been right to hold this for a turn and then just pitch the land. Alright, that did exactly what I wanted it to do, which is a nice start to these formats. The fact we go like super aggressive is nice. $77 Mythic. A real gamer has appeared. What are they on? Humans? Can't even attack in here. I don't think I could win this one. The fact that this is in the air, they have a bunch of ways to make it 5 power, and I don't play any removal main. I do have Gleeful Demolition. We did find the Foundry. I think we don't show them more. I'm behind on board here. Braids, Fragment, Soul Partition. Legion Landing. This just can be used as removal. I don't know how much we're going to do with Pia. Just kind of go like that. They'll have Fragment Reality, they'll have Portable Holes. Think it's right to do this. That other hand, while we had some removal, it just didn't have much gas to it. This way it presents a couple different threats. If they have a Portable Hole, it taxes them for the turn. And depending on what they Portable Hole, I have Gleeful Demolition to blow it up. Land. We do trade here, but I think I'm okay with that. Give me a land. Ornithopter's an annoying draw for them. Thank you. See what they do here. Do they bring in counters against me? Why'd you bring in counters? We missed lines here. Because now they can just gain, like, a large sum of life. The miscast is weird. Like, we just showed them creatures main. I just can't hit anything. We drew more Knight Errands than we did. Nah, they just had everything. That one's frustrating. Like, we had the... I think it was still right to braid there. I didn't think that they were going to have encounters against us. Like, the alternative is you wait for them to try to go to the equip step. But they maybe don't play Metalink there. Like, if they're holding up Miscast, they're never tapping out of Miscast, is my thought. This is a weird one, but we'll try it. I want to get like a feel if these hands play out proper. So the nice thing is with Pia, we can haste in the Thopters. Okay, we are just trying. Nothing but lands. Think we do this. Like, if I could flip landing, it's fine. Oh my god. Enough lands! The nice thing is, at least with the Dantos flip now, I can put some pressure on them. Showdown would be really nice here. So I actually don't want to play it out here, because they're kind of forced to sweep eventually, and then that's going to be like my untapped. I don't want them to be able to use their mana. Also, this just makes it better. Like, I could cast more things off it. Cool. Opponent did nothing and died. So this is our Gobukan package, along with Rending Volley, I think is the line. Take out Yotai. I don't even know if I want Rending. I think I want a Planeswalker in this matchup, maybe. Like, Ornithopter's pretty weak, so maybe we... Mind you, if we can... Like, we have this utility land, so I think we're okay. Snow-covered island gamer. So the nice thing here, like, any spells they're playing, I'm gonna get some cards. They have something for 1 mana, unless they're just playing in full control. Oh, they're Lotus Field, so they have Stifle. They don't have Stifle. So I can Gleeful Demolition. I think I want to save that. Was hoping for a land, but want to try to hit the land here. I want to be able to play Showdown. Jeez. We are just, what do we do? 15 cards, 3 lands? Why are they playing Consider in a Lotus Field deck? Like, look how much mana I can make, but let's only play. Ah, it's a tap land. No. See what they do here. This kind of forces them whether they have a Wandering Emperor or not. Or they don't. Brazen Borrower? A land's actually pretty good. So we'll do this because it forces their hand. Okay, so they had the answer. But they need another answer now. Might have been right to just go another showdown here, but... One, two, three, four. So then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if they go settle here, I get a bunch of value. So this went from Voldaren Aperture to untap and just make a huge board, which is like really nice. Sorry, my dog's like right under my chair and I can't put my feet down. Friend, you need to do that pre-combat. Or take something else. Alright. 81%er taken down. Don't even get like percentage points gained for those wins. Not bad. Combo keep. Basically, anytime you have these two cards in your opener, you keep. It's just so much value. We can probably get rid of maybe the second retrofitter. We'll see what type of deck we're playing against. If it's something where we're going to want two. There's usually diminishing returns once you come into here. Alright, some sort of rogue deck. You can also play this with like Allosaurus, but here's my turn 2. Bye, friend. Alright, Braids, Soul Partition. I actually want Yotai in here. Well, the combo's good. Probably just trim along the edges. Trim like a couple of those. Honestly, probably just take out a Soul Partition. Take out a Knight Errant on the top end. Just kind of go from there. Hey, Cirilla. No, I just do YouTube. It's not really worth for Twitch because I'm not consistent enough. being live. YouTube lets me do it on the archive side, so it's more passive. Plus, with YouTube, I can make money just by people watching, where Twitch, the ad payout is atrocious. This hand is great. Combo keep. Just going to be a sec, folks, while opponent goes. Everything we play is on YouTube after. We do all the archives. So we'll probably want the Graveyard Hate if they are on Thieves Guild. It was something I wanted to see what they were on. I play everything. We started with Standard, but I just wasn't feeling the current meta. I basically gravitate towards formats in which I have fun. The beginning of this month, I was having fun in Alchemy, so I jumped into Alchemy. If I have fun in insert format here, I just go with whatever is the most fun at that time. I think we're just taking this out now. Give me a second. Kind of wanted a line drop there. If we had another white source, I would have double spelled, but this enables a lot of their like shenanigans, so taking it off. Yeah. Just got Yotai here. They're doing Alren's Epiphany nonsense. I mean, the more they're one-for-oneing, like... I have the engine going, so I'm not really concerned. Like, I just dump my hand here. If I hit a land, I can showdown. If I don't, I animate and then I flip. Like, this could be just a counter spell. So I actually like going this line here. The Esper Sentinel will draw out, yeah, what we expected. Counterspell. And I would have to anticipate it's the same here, just another counterspell out of them. Yeah. Taking them out. I do think maybe we want Byforce for the mirror. Like for the artifact decks, like we're fewer in terms of artifacts. We have a number of ways to make 1 mana, so I'm less inclined there. How many lines are we on? 20, so we're already on a low count of lines. I could trim on a graveyard piece for Byforce. It's just really flexible. It lets me hit like 3 things, maybe. We could also look at something like Heliod's, but that's tube white. We're a 20-line deck, so while we have ways to kind of cheat on some mana, I think we're 3-1 with this one. Since I have Yotai, that's probably still right. It's like the best play. It's Belcher. So I need Gobukan and I need a Braid, and we just got a mill. Like, they play Brotherhood's End. This is just going to be a stupid match. It's like, do you find your hate piece? Yes, no, try again, maybe so. So we can die this turn, they could shock in, and then Iron Crag Feet into Belcher. Okay, no combo this turn. Hopefully no Brotherhood's End. Okay, if they're just spike fielding, that's great for me. Alright, can you kill me? Can you kill me? Or are you dead? Riveting gameplay for this match. And they couldn't kill me. A Braid, Soul Partition. Actually, yeah, I actually don't think it's terrible. Okay, so let's see. Gobukan's in for sure. Fragment can take out their things. Probably don't want this. Probably don't want Soul Partition. So the thing is, I have to do it on their upkeep, which isn't great. Take out Yotai. I don't want to be too diluted in terms of my... I also have Gleeful Demolition that can just work, so maybe we cut out the Soul Partitions. I probably don't have time for Knight Errant in this matchup. Like, my goal is try to Gobukan or Braid them, and then go from there. Okay. Sentinel into Thing is a nice tax. This is like a deck if you can really hate out by just doing like Stone Brain. Search your library for an artifact, reveal, put into your hand, discard a card at random. So they have creativity that they could find it, but creativity is sorcery speed. So I'm doing this because this lets me hit into Gobokan. That's atrocious. And it's a tap land, so I don't even get to go showdown here. I think I need to do this. Just do this. So we got a counter here. Fragment my own thing. Get a counter here. Try to find Gobokan. Probably just Retrofitter. Problem now, they have priority. They still get the activated ability. Stupid. Stupid! So Gobokan's good. I still think we want the Abrades. Like, we just needed him to not try. We had him dead that following turn. The problem is the composition of their hand. They had 3 Iron Crag. I'm actually gonna mulligan. Okay, sounds good. Go back. Probably Sacred. Might have been right to attack them face, but it was basically us trying to race them. So we'll go Gobokan next turn. So we take the Brotherhood's End here. Because they have enough lands. So they could Spikefield Hazard. Okay, yeah, it just goes Strike It Rich. I gotta take the chance here. Try to eat at their hand this turn. I've hit too many lands in a row. We put a land back. Like, they have all the power up. Okay. So that's actually decent because I can tax them for the turn. So I take this out of their hand. We know they have Spike Field. Spike Field won't work. I think we just gotta go face here. Because they have to shock here, which puts them to 8. And then I can kill them. Because this is up to 4. Exacxies. GG! That felt good. Let's give this one more shot, see how it plays. I am enjoying this. Like, it's a fun deck. The Gobukans are very good. Because if it wasn't for that, we lose the game. Well, not quite Thoughtseize. It did a good job there of giving us the added power we needed. Mutavault coming up clutch there, just being the extra attacker. Check out what our score is. 4-1. Not too shabby. I think we keeping more off the back of Knight Errant. We have really good mana. Ninjas. Spell Pierce. Probably lost now. They go Seek here, so they're probably trying to find Retrofitter Foundry. Yotai would have been really good, could have taken them out. They'll ninja something in here. I'll draw some cards. The big thing, it also triggers Revolt when they do that. Wow. 1. We found 1. Not great. This does protect us against Fatal Push. They look like they have some sort of... Try to get Showdown through next turn. Could be a Lord. Otawara. Think that's fine. Well, I don't love giving him a card draw. Okay, so I do this. Play this. Do this. I am kind of exposing. But I wish this was like an untapped land. I think I have to do it. They could have another piece of removal. Again, I can only play what I have in front of me. This thing's hard carrying. Another Drown in the Lock. So I think I want to... So I can make a token, attack in, it's not great. Could Knight Errant. Jeez. Yeah, so they're kind of out of cards, hopefully, he says optimistically. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Soul Partition. Probably... So Rending's interesting. It can't be countered. Most of their ninjas are blue anyways, so I think that's fine. They got like a lot of Spell Pierce style effects, so I think we're taking out that. It is very good if we get it down though. Maybe we keep that and we get out the Gleeful Demolition. Soul Partition's interesting. I think it's tricky because like their stuff's so cheap, so even the tax isn't necessarily worth it. Well. The literal nuts. Because the problem is they have two as well. If it's a card draw one, I'm just gonna... I mean, we could answer it technically. I mean, if I could control this, we're okay. We go Seek. Seek's an interesting one there. I guess it like finds them the pieces they need. I am like 1 mana short. I'm just concerned. Kind of forced into... Because if I could get Knight Errant down... Wow. Things I wasn't planning on playing around. That was a good draw. They're just finding everything now. Fatal push. Like just the literal perfect curve. So I think we want the Gleefuls in. Here. So they're playing that. Just take out Knight Errant. Just go cheap. Hope to hit the Showdown as our payoff. Do we want Soul Partition? Probably. It's a bit tricky, like, how we board into this game. Like, I wasn't planning on playing around a sweeper there. And we incidentally, like, we can have vampires, we can have a whole bunch of different things. I don't think that hand's good enough. Oh my god. Now we're just gonna mull into Oblivion. Okay. With a hope in our heart. Fatal push. I mean, for 5 cards, this is a hell of a 5-card hand. Do this one, because in case they have bounce. If they have, like, Drown in the Lock or something, I can't really do much. Sheoldric's Edict is a card. I can animate this. Third time's a charm, right? Even like Malta 6, we would have been okay, but... I think we hold off. Just make a 1/1 here. They got Saiba here. So I think we do this. They hit that. Now we just try to go wide. They might have the sweeper, but... Oh, I should have blocked. They have ninjas. I'm an idiot. I mean, imagine they have... So sack one of these. Just like go wide here. We are trying. Two lands, multi 5. I don't. Just do this. They need to block here. Alright, what you got, friend? They do have access to Saiba Fatal Push. Yotai is nice. Ooh. So they did take some pain there. So they can't tap any of their pain lines here, which is really nice. We get to kind of tax them that way. This Foundry. They could have some removal here. Otawara. Think we just get rid of it. Because, like, I can't really attack this turn. This gives me 3 attackers. Fairy Seer. Get the Scry. Got him! Woo! Alright, folks. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. All these videos will be up on YouTube. And happy magic. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great one.